I'm Firefighter Tom Ford, and today, Monday, we're here at our annual open house, and the theme for this year's open house from the National Fire Protection Agency is Hear the Beep Where You Sleep, and what they're trying to do is not only get people to put smoke detectors in their house, but also in every bedroom of their house, so you can hear the beep where you sleep.
Alright, no, I have one of each in here. I already got it for you.
That's your
I
free.
got it. Okay. You take that. What did he give you? You say thank you.
Hi.
You say thank you.
I'm gonna be going face tank. Thank you. Can I go explore a little?
This is our ladder truck here at Whitman Fire. Have firefighter Joe Kenealy, and he's going to show you around the truck and see what we have.
This is Whitman Ladder 1. It's a 100-foot aerial ladder. It's used to do search and rescue and also for ventilation at fires. These outriggers are out to keep the truck stable so it doesn't tip over while the aerial's up. It's seat 6, and that's about it. So right here we have the controller. What this does is we control the outriggers to go out, set it to the ground, get the ladder truck level, and that way you can put the aerial up to the building that we need to. So right here we have an extension cord reel. For most fires, we cut the power to the house, and we need electricity for lights. So this is just a long cord, basically a long extension cord that we can bring in. In here we have salvage covers. And what those are used for is we cover furniture and things like that inside homes so they don't get any water damage from the hoses and the water we put on the fire. Salvage covers in there. Some more hose if that's needed at the top of the ladder. Also medical equipment in case anybody's injured or sick at a fire, we can take care of them right away. In this compartment we have our fans, and what that does, we use that to get rid of all the smoke in the house so the guys inside can see what they're doing. And also this is our chimney boxes. For chimney fires we use chains to get all the creosote off the chimneys and put the fire out that way. And in here we just have a lot more hand tools. For guys to use to help put out the fire.
This CERT vehicle stands for a Community Emergency Response Team. They're all volunteer. I think everybody who lives in the town of Whitman. And this is our operations director for CERT, Cathy Costello. And she's going to show you around the truck and show you what they have and what they use. So a lot of times they'll show up at fires that we have. They go to like second alarms, and they'll do some rehab down there, and we really appreciate having them on scene.
So our Whitman CERT, we are a volunteer unit. We work with a number of communities, and what we do is to support the fire department, police department, DPW on large incidents. A lot of times we'll go in and we will work for when they're rehabbing a fire. We'll go in and we will give our firefighters or anyone who's involved in a particular incident whatever emergency they may be handling, and we can supply them weather depending on what they need. So if it's cold weather, we can supply them with hot coffee, blankets if need be. If it's warm weather, we have cold drinks for them, snacks ready for them. And we also have towels that we can keep cold, so in case they do need to cool down a little bit. So we're kind of a little bit of a respite for them when they need to, on large scenes, when each of the firefighters or anyone on these scenes needs to take a little break. One of the things that we do is we do a variety of things. So not only do we do fires, but we're also trained in emergency preparedness so that we can help out when we have our hurricane seasons, which we have done, or if we have any types of flooding. We're also trained in sheltering so that if a shelter may be, we can go up to the designated facility, and then we can open up a shelter and help people, whether it be like a warming center just for a few hours, or if we need to open up something that's going to be longer than several hours. We also, we've been around since approximately 2006. I'm actually one of the original members. We are also certified in CPR. We've been trained in first aid and emergency preparedness, and we can do small things and tasks that's been designated us by FEMA and trained through the Whitman Fire Department. So our truck basically has a few some items that we will use all the time. So for example, we have over here our medical supplies if needed, which is just for minor medical issues, minor first aid. We have different things that we need, which would be cups for our drinks, whether it be hot cups, cold cups. We have food in here, snacks, cookies, which were in there. And then we have our coolers that we fill with ice on every incident. We bring it in. We usually carry water. This is what we usually give our firefighters or whoever needs on the scene that needs something to be rehydrated with. We also have just some extra equipment over here, but in those storage units over this way, we keep a lot of our fluids. In here, we keep our blankets, towels that might need be, and obviously we have our gloves in case we have to handle anything. And then these will keep our ice. We have our cones to put out for us, and availability of 2 different coffee pots, one for tea, one for coffee if need be. And again, everything's dependent on the size of the incident.
This is firefighter Brian Trefry, and he's here with our rescue truck. Our rescue truck goes out mostly on accidents. If we need the jaws, he'll show you around, show you what those are all about. It also has an inflatable boat, and it has some airbags that help to lift the vehicle. Say hi. Cheese. Cheese.
We're here standing in front of our rescue one. So I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about the truck, and we'll take a look at it. So our rescue goes on most serious car accidents, as well as some unusual circumstances we run into, any ice rescue, any hazardous materials incidents. This is the truck that will go on it. So we'll just go through it real quick, and we'll show you all the tools. So like most of the fire trucks here and the ambulances, we have our basic first aid supply. We got some oxygen, just a bunch of bandages and whatnot on there. And here's some backboards and whatnot for car accidents. And then some of the other stuff you'll find on this truck is we have a portable generator pump for the Jaws of Life, which we will get to in a few minutes, just in case that the reel that they're on it's a little too far for that, so we can bring them out with this. Your basic SCBAs, which is what firefighters use to breathe under toxic circumstances, in case we go to a hazardous incident where we can't breathe the air. If you come on down here, you'll see this is our cribbing. So this truck is equipped with airbags in case if there was anyone ever trapped under a car, we had to move a car or lift a car from these circumstances. We use these to hold them up. If you go down here, this is a winch if you ever need to push a car or pull a car, as well as just this your basic light rail to plug any of the lighting on that it's on this truck. If you come around the back, this is what we call the Jaws of Life. I'm sure a lot of you have seen these before, but basically this is what we used if there was ever anyone trapped in a car. So like I said, this goes to any serious accidents, and the reason being is most of the time is it has the Jaws of Life on it, so we can get into the car and assist the person. If you come to the back here, you'll just see some basic tools, some axes, some Halligan bars, as well as some saws. And then here, these are the airbags that we would use with that cribbing on that side. And now in this category, we have speedy dry, which we'll use for any kind of spills. This will absorb liquid, as well as some saws, more cribbing and more speedy dry. And right over here, you have your fire extinguishers, as well as we have an inflatable boat that we use on water or ice rescues, as well as a sled that we'll use on ice rescues and water rescues, as well as just your basic safety lines to hook up, so we attach it to the firefighters when they go out there on the ice. It's pretty much what this rescue has on it. Thanks for coming by this year and checking out the fire trucks with us.
Fire. Fire.
Starts with E, but it sounds like that's for your fire exit.
Thank you.
Okay, next one. Now, the next one you pick out, no hint. Just tell me what it is.
This is Deputy Chief Feeney here at Whitman Fire. And today he's on a safe trailer. And what it does, it has 3 different rooms. It has a living room, has a kitchen, it has a bedroom. All the rooms you can have smoke in. Usually we just do the bedroom. And it teaches the kids how to crawl low under smoke, and also to get it 2 ways of getting out of each room. And he's going to show you a little bit more about the trailer.
There's not a lot going on there. Nice pitch, William. Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Joe Feeney from Whitman Fire. I'm in the safe trailer. We're sending a lot of kids through. This is part of the Department of Fire Services property to educate kids in fires and emergencies. With this control room, we can add smoke to any of the rooms in the trailer. And we have kids upstairs right now. They do have the right reaction. They are screaming and they are trying to leave the trailer. There is an escape ladder on the back, and the kids seem to have fun going through the props. This is pretty common during this event. We always have this trailer here, and it seems to be a big hit with the kids. And they seem to get a lot out of it, and they do respond appropriately. They are a little nervous, they are a little scared, and they definitely try to get out when they see the smoke.
All right, be safe, right? Nobody gets hurt. Don't want anybody to get hurt. Don't step on anybody's head.
I didn't know there was a ladder.
Someone's missing.
Clearly there's no bathroom. Kaden, come on, you can't stop running there. Let's go. They can go upstairs too. Wanna go upstairs? Easy, easy, easy. Easy, hold on. Uh-oh. What is that?
Yeah, fine.
Uh-oh.
What is it? Oh, yes, I can eat it.
Be careful. Don't rush. You gotta be careful. Right.
Hello. Hello, Mommy. Hi, Greg. I want to jump down. Quit.
They're taking you. Where you going? You'll be right back. Where you going?
Do you want to say Uncle?
There you go, buddy. Have some pizza.
Lemonade, ice cream, get your
All right, this is our Whitman engine 1. It's actually our backup engine. Engine 2 runs up front, and if we need another engine to a fire scene, or if engine 2's out, we'll use engine 1. Engine 1 is a pumper, and it's equipped with, this is the actual pump that we use. Inside this is 500 gallons of water, and that's what we use initially before we get a fire hydrant. And then when we get a fire hydrant, we'll hook up right to this spot right here, and then we'll have as much water as we need from the hydrant. There's a certain amount of hoses. We have what's called pre-connects, and these are the ones we normally use in a fire initially. So we'll grab these, they're already connected, that's why they're called pre-connects. We'll grab these, we'll take one, come out, and then right here, this is how we will actually charge these lines once they're out of the bed. So we have our pre-connect 1, pre-connect 2, so we'll charge those. The engine will swap over when we're driving down the road. We have it in one position, and when we go to the pump, we'll have to put it in another position so we can use the engine to actually use the pump for the fire. So, like I said, it has 500 gallons, has different hoses. There's hose lines all around the truck, and we can use any of them at the same time. And you can only use so many lines or hoses before you have to get some more sources of water. It's just all a pressure thing. Okay, so in this truck you'll have usually, hopefully at least have 3 personnel, 3 firefighters, 2 right up front and 1 will ride in the back. And this will be the back step man. And there's all tanks as we go. We can go over here just a little bit. These tanks are on each seat, not on the driver's seat, because we don't want the driver trying to put his tank on while he's driving down the road. But everybody else will have a tank like this, and it's hooked up behind the seat, and that way you can just put it on as you're going to the fire. So once you get to the fire scene, you're ready to go the minute the truck stops. See, we have a few regular fire extinguishers, and this one is actually a new one. We use that for cooking fires. It's for grease, and we just got these on the truck, and they're good to have. In here we'll have our spare tanks for the air packs, and when we run out of air, we'll come out. These have a little alarm that tells you you're running out of air, so you don't actually run out of air. You don't want to do that in a smoky situation. So this is why we'll swap our tanks up and we'll be able to go back in at a certain amount of time. You want to take a little break and head back in. There's more. This is just a water extinguisher, and that's just used for paper, brush, stuff like that. Here we have a fan. This fan is used to get rid of the smoke, either move it one way or suck it out through the door or window, and we'll use those. Another fire extinguisher we have. If we go around here, there's more. This is what I was saying about the hoses. We have more hose. This 4-inch hose, we use that for the when we grab a fire hydrant, we'll use a 4-inch, and the rest are just connected. We also have foam. We'll use foam on this truck and that'll be out of this hose here. Around the side there's a foam connection that we use, and that will make it from just straight water to foam and water mixture. In the back here, as you can see, we have a chainsaw if we need it. That's just a toolbox. This is our fire hydrant hookup, and that's how we hook up to the fire hydrant. And we can either just run straight to the pump, or we can actually pump. If we have a fire engine that's way down that needs water, you can put one pump at the fire hydrant, and you can actually pump to that another engine that's further down, because it becomes a pressure problem then, and then we'll actually pump to they call that relay, when you're relaying. All right, another fire extinguisher. We got plenty of fire extinguishers. Right here we'll have our ladders. We'll use those. One's 24 feet. The other one's a roof ladder. And what a roof ladder does, once you get up, you put the ladder, it has hooks on the end here, and they'll come out, and that'll actually hook onto the peak of the roof, and that allows you to get onto the roof safely where you're not actually on a roof that may be on fire underneath. So that's a safety measure. We'll have some tools here, the pipe poles. We use this big pipe pole that's take down some ceiling, and if we're looking for fire, if we just have to clear out some water damage, sheetrock or something on the ceiling like that. More spare tanks. We have them in these little tubes. In here we'll have our medical equipment, oxygen. You'll have a bag valve mask to help somebody breathe if they have smoke inhalation or something, they have problems breathing. And there's basic IV kits and things like that in there for if you ever need to work somebody up, we call it, but if somebody needs any medical assistance, we'll have some equipment here. The basic equipment's on here. It's not like on the ambulance. We should also have an ambulance there, which we usually try to do or need to do. All right, up top you have, that's your deck gun. And that's when a fire is either really big or where you need to reach. If you have, like, you see these big warehouse fires and things like that, they'll usually use something like a deck gun. And that puts out 600 gallons a minute of water. So it's really a lot. You're not actually going in the building at that time. It's more of an outside attack. And the building is pretty much fully involved at that point. This is just the other side of the pre-connects. You can pull them off either side, depending which way the engine comes into the house. If it comes in on that side, you pull them off there. And if it comes in this side, you just pull them off on this side. It's the same hose. You guys. All right, more connections here. This is for the hydrant connection. And also up here we have for more hose connections. All right, and in back, same thing. Ideally, we'd like to have 4 guys on the engine. Sometimes we do, but when on call back and things like that. But the other firefighter would sit back here. And the same thing, it has a tank set up where you can just put it on as we go. We'll have an axe right here, and you can grab that as you go too. It's always good to bring if you don't have the hose, to bring a tool in with you, we call it. So bring in like an axe or a Halligan or a pike pole like we have there. And just up here, that's where the officer or whoever's in charge will sit. Doesn't always be an officer with the back engine. And we have certain things up here. We have a camera, infrared camera, that you can see somebody's heat in the dark. It will pick up the body heat. And we'll use that, or we'll use that to search for any hidden fire inside the walls. You can actually look through the wall and see the heat. It will show up. And that's pretty much it with the engine. We have another pack up here, the officer. And that's it. It's, like I said, it's used for mostly fires. It's mostly used as a pumper. And it's our backup engine, and we'll use that if we need an additional engine or if the other engine's out.
You're not even
probably a couple of years to do a 15 out of the area, as long as you have enough water.
What is it,
1,000 gallons per minute.
How does that feel coming out of the hose? Is that
Well, you wouldn't be able to hold that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's different mounted to the truck.
Glad to be here at the open house at our fire department. It's a great day. It's nice and sunny. A lot of kids and a lot of parents getting the information to teach their children fire safety rules in the house, and while they're out playing in their yard, fire safety. So if you were able to make it, I'm glad to see you here, and if you missed it, that's too bad. There was plenty of things to do. We have a house that you can go through, and it teaches the kids if there is a fire in your house, what you need to do to leave the house and to notify people and get out. And if you were hungry, they had free pizza and all the drinks that you can have. You know, they had iced tea and some tonic and whatever.
See that? Pull up my earring. All right, here. Hold it here. I'll hold it. A little bit more. Nice. Good job.
What are you standing there? What are you eating? Okay. We just have to look at bike rest stuff, Jack, let him go first. They're in line, buddy.
Yeah, you go.
Come back, buddy. You've been waiting. Go ahead.
Hold it here. Turn it. Put up a little more. Nice. You're all dressed. That's Jack.
That's Jack, yep.
Yeah. You are.
That's Joey.
Joey and Jack. JJ.
Do you want to go
Jack,
look
2 hands,
inside
buddy.
like the big fire truck?
Look, no, I'm going to watch.
Like the big truck?
Yeah, I'll turn it on.
You guys can go in there. All right. Peyton, water. Huey, soda. Nope, you can hold it for now. Yes.
My kids are going, the squad have 4? They go, no, he only has 3.
Feels like it.
Ready? Nice. Alright, no water, grass on it. Nice.
That's Madison.
Yep, got it. Going on. What grade's Madison in now?
What grade you in? 3rd? 4th? Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Oh, yeah, for kindergarten?
Tell Tommy who your teacher is. Tell Firefighter Ford your teacher. Who is it? This is Messina.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
Oh, did he take Taylor?
Yeah. Taylor moved. Ready, man?
Yeah.
You like Madison or Matt?
Maddie. Maddie.
All right, you need that, yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.